Well, let's get into it, huh? I've been flooded by a bunch of y'all to give my thoughts about this whole stabbing situation with the Ukrainian refugee. I guess all of y'all may not know, but it's a very unfortunate situation, man. I just play the video of it so we can all be on the same page, bro.
It's 9:46 p.m. You'll notice right away, this looks like any other ride aboard the light rail. People are doing what they do these days, keeping to themselves, scrolling on their phones as they ride along. The man accused in the killing, DeCarlos Brown, is in the red hoodies on the right side of your screen. He appears to be maybe a little emotional, perhaps a little agitated, but nothing disruptive. There's nothing that gets anyone's attention. About 30 seconds later, Irina Zarutska boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in front of Brown. She has earbuds in and is looking at her phone. She too's just minding her own business. They ride along for around 4 minutes with nothing unusual happening. Then around 9:50 p.m., Brown reaches into a pocket. We've zoomed in on it here. He pulls out a pocket knife. No one notices a thing. Seconds later, he would stand up, and from behind, unprovoked, as we stop the video, he would stab the young woman several times. She had no chance to defend herself. The attack was over in seconds, and when it was over, Brown walked through the train attempting to get off. Few passengers, if any, at first realized what had happened until they noticed drops of blood on the floor. 90 seconds after the attack, a bystander rushes down to begin lending aid to Zarutska. She would die from her injuries. 30 seconds later, 9:52 p.m., 6 minutes into the video, Brown leaves the light rail.
So, yeah. And if you hadn't seen the video, man, it's like, the devil in all this is the media, bro. Like, stay off social media and, develop your own opinion. You know what I mean? Do your own research if you need to figure out who is who or what is what, man. But, from everything I've looked into thus far, man, it's at face value. What you see is what you get, bro. It's a little cute Ukrainian refugee out here trying to get a life together, bro, and bro just stabbed her to death, unprovoked, right? Come to find out, fucking demon-ass bitch boy here who stabbed her was arrested like 14 times for a bunch of egregious crimes, and he just kept getting kicked. So the judicial system failed us in that regard, and it led to this innocent life being taken, man. So, any commonsensical person should all have the same point of view in regards to this shit, bro. The dog is evil. He shouldn't be here, right? Death penalty, public execution, guillotine type of event, you ask me, bro, but he shouldn't have the right to live. But, that is the easy way out, bro. If you ask me, I'd rather, have this man find himself in a position where he's tortured for the remainder of his life. Right? That's just me. But, there's a victim, and then there is the assailant, bro. But, let social media paint it. You may be confused, depending upon how thin skin your ass is, bro, and you let the real demons out here guide you in the wrong direction, man. But hell, and this happened in Charleston, bro, and the mayor, I believe, in Charleston is trying to discourage people from posting the video.
The city's Democratic mayor is facing backlash for thanking media partners. We're supposed to act independently. Well, they're not journalists, whoever those partners are. And then she thanks community members who have, quote unquote, chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Irina's family.
For some bullshit ass reasons too, out of respect for, I think out of respect for the Ukrainian girl, but she also is trying to paint this man as a fucking victim of the mental health crisis, bro.
Today, I saw the mayor's statement. She called this a tragic situation that sheds light on problems with society's safety nets. Said the killer has long struggled with mental health and suffered a crisis. Said we shouldn't villainize those who struggle with mental health, and that mental health disease needs to be treated with the same compassion as cancer.
It shouldn't surprise anybody that the politics and social media is out here doing the most to have people split on this situation, man. Right? Don't let me get into the whole race baiting scenario, bro. Take your ass to Twitter, bro, and just a racist rabbit hole. People out here saying the most grotesque things depending upon, where their allegiance lies. To the white community, to the black community, bro. It's just a race baiting ass issue, man. And so, like I say, don't allow what you see on social media to influence your true perspective of this, man. And everybody should be in agreement that this shit was fucking disgusting. Bro was evil, and he should be held accountable to the full extent of the law. That's it. It ain't got nothing to do with no black. It ain't got nothing to do with no white. You know what I'm saying? But the evil degenerates out here are using this moment to put fuel in that racist fire. You know what I'm saying? Out here perpetuating this, white people are under attack narrative, and, black people are demons, and the amount of coverage this situation is getting. On my side of things, this situation is getting, a lot of coverage. I see it all over the place, man. But, that's only due to the puppeteers and how they're trying to mold your matrix, bro. So develop your own opinion and don't be victim to this bullshit, bro. Because that's what they want. They want us like this. They want us like this. They want to fucking stir the pot. They want us at each other's throat. They want the red versus the blue versus the red. They want the white versus the black, and black versus the white. They want that's what they want, bro. They want chaos, dog. And people are falling for it, hook, line, and sinker, bro. And it's taken away from this sadistic moment, bro. It's like it's taken away from the fact that someone's life was taken like that. What's eye-opening to me is that nobody fucking stepped in to do anything when it's just happening, bro. The fact that this man's able to just, lollygag his way up and down the motherfucking train after I was unable to see the actual footage, bro, of what took place, man, but he definitely cocked his hand all the way back. So somebody's getting fucked up, and everybody just sitting here in La La Land glued to their phone while this woman's getting stabbed to death, going home from work. That's fucking sick shit, bro. That's where we are. You know what I mean? That's where we are, bro. I don't know if people were just in shock at what they fucking saw, or people are just soft and not willing to, help someone fighting for their damn life. I mean, and then people are attacking the whole refugee immigrant angle like she ain't got the fucking right to live here, bro. It's just, social media is a bitch, bro. It's the root of all evil, man. It is the root of all evil, dog. And people are so desensitized to these atrocious things, just using this moment to perpetuate whatever agenda they're in support of. That's all it is this. And it's fucking sick, bro. It's fucking sick, dog. This shit ain't got nothing to do with who you are, what you identify as, bro. This should just be a human moment. You know what I'm saying? A human species moment where we can all come together in agreement, seeing that this shit is fucked up and this bitch ass, hoe ass that Carlos Brown needs to be. The fact that you got platforms and people and politicians and commentators out here trying to really paint this man as a fucking victim of his issues with mental health, bro. Nah. Motherfucker's just evil. Motherfucker's a psychopath, bro. And had something like this happen 20 years ago, bro would have been beaten down to a bloody pulp. Bro would have been breathing, bones broken for the cops to pick him up, bro. But only in 2025 that people are so desensitized and so confused and so divisive and so fucking angry that, we're here right now trying to figure out who's the real victim. You know what I mean? if bro was really suffering from mental health to that extent, right? I find it awfully peculiar, and it seems very convenient that he stabs a little dainty white girl that's unable to defend herself from the back too. Right? He ain't that mentally unstable, bro. He's smart enough to know that she can't fight back, and that's a life I can get. Right? Had that been a man, things would have went a little bit different. And even if the motherfucker is mentally unstable, who the fuck cares, bro? That don't give you the right to be out here taking nobody's lives like that, bro. And it's only in 2025 that we have actual people, organizations, platforms, whomever out here trying to paint these demons as victims, bro. It's embarrassing, dog. It's embarrassing, bro. Someone actually tried to give this motherfucker a GoFundMe. That's where we are with it, bro. Fortunately, GoFundMe has since deactivated that account, taken it down, but someone really tried to do that. I think it was a pastor or something like that. That's where we are with it, bro. You would think that, something like this would bring everybody together, dog, but no. That shit has sailed, bro. It don't matter what the fuck it is, bro. People are gonna find a way to twist it and make it seem like something else is going on besides what the fuck we should all be paying attention to, is that this beautiful young woman was just fucking stabbed to death by a bitch ass motherfucker, and people are fighting about it. And people are divided about it. People are taking advantage of the moment. You know what I'm saying? And that's where we are with it, bro. So that's my little 2 cents, bro. So it ain't got nothing to do with fucking race. People can twist it and turn it and make it. Nah, bro. It's just a fucked up ass sadistic moment that is terrible, bro. And we all need to just acknowledge it as such and hold this man accountable to the fullest extent of the law, man. Hopefully they got the fucking death penalty in Charlotte. Bitch ain't no motherfucking victim, bro. Bitch is not a motherfucking victim, dog. That may be a little anticlimactic from my end. Maybe y'all expecting me to be all hot and bothered and trying to defend a certain viewpoint. Nah, I'm just defending human life, bro. And that's what it comes down to, bro. Human life, dog. Human life, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the Carlos Brown should not be alive right now. If there was real men in that train. If there was real men in that train, the Carlos Brown would not be alive no more. You know what I'm saying? People want to take guns away. You know what I'm saying? These feminists out here don't want, to be protected by men. Men don't know what it is to be a man out here. Men are all weak and succumbing to mental health issues, and women out here being victimized to this extent, and nobody doing nothing, bro. Anyway you slice it, bro, it's all fucked up. It's all fucked up, bro. We all need to do better, bro. So, that's my little 2 cents, bro. Anyway, thoughts?